naira to the council legislature. FCT Road Traffic Services warns motorists against disobeying traffic rules. And Gwarimpa residents raise concerns over drug peddling in the area. A very good evening to you and welcome to the news at 7 p.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station. I am Nolin Ebel Ame. Figures from the Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) as at 27th January 2021 indicates 285 new cases of COVID-19 in the FCT, making the total number of confirmed cases to be 16,341, while active cases stand at 5,254, and the number of discharged cases in the territory now stands at 10,963, and sadly 124 deaths have been recorded in the FCT. Chairman Abuja Municipal Area Council Abdullahi Adamu Candido has presented the 2021 budget proposal of 10.087 billion naira to the legislative arm of the council. Tessie Omeri reports that the budget-tagged budget of resilience represents a nominal increase of 10.94% above the previous year.
Presenting the 2021 budget proposal, the Area Council Chairman Abdullahi Adamu Candido said in spite of setbacks experienced in 2020, occasioned by COVID-19, which adversely affected their delivery, they are resolved to be resilient in repositioning the council for a quick recovery and to reinvigorate the roadmap to rural transformation. The sum of 10,087,228,268 naira only was presented before the council, with capital expenditure taking 51.52% of the total amount, while 48.48% went for recurrent expenditure, among others.
The preparation of the 2021 budget estimate, therefore, was based on our fiscal strategy paper and campaign blueprint, which outlined the developmental priorities and policies of this administration, as articulated in the AMAC 2020 post-COVID-19 Economic Sustainability Plan and other relevant circulars.
The chairman appreciated all members of the council for the maximum cooperation, which led to the payment of over 1 billion naira debt out of the 2.6 billion naira inherited from the past administration.
We are left with 1.6 billion. I am sure that when I come in this chamber to hand over to any of the successors, you will not hear of 1.6 again. It must come down.
Candido says the 2021 budget will be given all the seriousness it deserves in order to achieve the council's sincere intents of bringing to the doorsteps of every resident of Amak dividends of democracy. Tessie Omeri, NTA News.
Following numerous complaints from residents of Gwarimpa in the FCT over the activities of drug peddlers around Kado and Gwarimpa village, security correspondent Sophia Nyoma Uche took a drive down to the area to get situation report.
On our trip down to Gwarimpa, I was strategizing on how to get to these popular areas, namely Kado and Gwarimpa village, without being noticed. Events, however, clearly play out as we saw some boys by the roadside in Kado asking us what product we want in broad daylight. Many of the petty traders there didn't speak to us for fear of being identified. At Gwarimpa village, where we understand drug peddling activities also thrive, though none of the peddlers was in sight, but residents wish for more surveillance of the area to rid it of all criminality.
There is youths that are taking hard drugs. Once you see them, you will know that yes, these people are taking hard drugs. But in particular place that you see them gathering, I cannot tell you that this is the particular place that but the moment you see them through face, you will know.
I do see allergy. That's where I normally hear all those stories.
In a related development, the FCT Police Command has arrested some alleged suspected illicit drug peddlers across the nation's capital while carrying out routine raid operations. The command appeals to residents to assist security agencies in the campaign against illicit acts to address the spate of drug-related crimes in society. Sophia Normauchi, NTA News.
FCT Directorate of Road Traffic Services has maintained that enforcement on overloading and roadworthiness is still in place to prevent accidents and ensure motorists comply with laid-down rules. Mariam George Jitibo in Apale with the head of the department, Wadata Aliu Bodinga, reports on this and other burning issues.
Early last year, driver and commercial passenger rules of engagement came under stringent regulation by the FCT Directorate of Road Traffic Services, whose mandate is to ensure that vehicles are roadworthy and abide to traffic guidelines to further curb the spread of the deadly coronavirus. However, at the end of 2020, the Directorate introduced special identification numbers aimed at ensuring vehicles are roadworthy to meet operational standards. How has this effort fared?
This we will do through the already registered operators that are in the FCT and are operating. But we want them to bring those vehicles for a revalidation and recheck to ensure that these vehicles has met the FCT standard. If they have met the FCT standard, then we now reissue them with the side number or coded number. Using that coded number, we'll be able to ensure that only the vehicles that have met our standard now will be allowed to operate in the city.
Beyond safety, this move, he added, is an automated drive to have motorist database for efficient transportation network.
When we give you that side number, we're equally going to ask you to attach your details, the details of the driver at the back. And every commercial driver too, as we are registering him for that side number, will ensure that he has produced his name registration. And the name registration already captures all the details of the driver, including his photograph and whatever where he stays. All those ones are already captured. So that will secure their operation. Any vehicle that does not have that side number, which is issued by us, will be easily identified through the operators, and that will make the operation easy because you just pick it up when you see. And we will do even a lot of publicity so that even the motoring public themselves will not patronize them, because if they have no passengers to carry, they will leave the city eventually.
The VIO boss advised residents to ensure that their vehicles are roadworthy and that their particulars are up to date to avoid prosecution. Mariam George, Jitubo, NTA News.
And now talking safety, the FCT Federal Road Safety Corps has traced high fatalities in incidences of road crashes to overspeeding and dangerous driving, which the Corps is determined to reduce through a sustained campaign of action. Asabeta Nemo Williams interacted with the FCT FRSC Sector Commander Wabingora, where he narrated some measures in place to reverse this ugly trend.
There cannot be too much warning against overspeeding, overloading and reckless driving by motorists.
According to the FCT FRSC Sector Commander Ayuba Wubingora, in their unrelenting effort to maintain sanity on the roads, statistics has shown that the increasing number of road crashes is largely avoidable if safety precautions are adhered to.
If you look at the 2019 crashes in the FCT, that so many people died more than 2020, you will discover that high capacity vehicles were involved. But in 2020, yes, we had so many fatal crashes, but the number of people that died were less from what we saw.
He added that even as the Corps does not have the statutory powers to ban night travels, night trips remain dangerous and urge people must resist.
The dangers inherent in traveling in the night is more than when you're traveling in the day. You see, people think they are being economical by traveling in the night, go and transact any business they are doing. When they get to where they are going in the morning, they do transfer, do their businesses. Then on that same day in the night again, they start coming back again. It is not proper.
The ongoing sensitization is geared towards changing the narrative of road mishaps in the nation's capital, in spite of daily influx of Nigerians. Asabitanimu Williams, NTA News.
And looking at infrastructure, the resumption of construction work on the Buari Law School and Market roads in the Buari Area Council has given motorists and residents respite, as the work has been abandoned for some time. Hawa Gimba visited the construction site in Buari Area Council and brought back this situation report.
The road, which is an alternative route for travelers to Kaduna and Jos passing through Jere Town, records high volume of traffic along the axis. Motorists who plied the road expressed satisfaction on the road expansion work, saying the fast pace of the work had brought relief to both motorists and residents living in Buari Area Council, with most of them complaining on the inconveniences and traffic jam caused by the delay of the projects. They, however, appealed to relevant authorities for speedy completion of the work.
Pace is very slow. In fact, it's horrible. We have been waiting and waiting and waiting. When they start this road, they will stop halfway. And then you will be thinking that something is going to happen. All of a sudden, they will stop. So we just saw day before yesterday, they came and scraped the road. And after the scraping, nothing is happening again. So we are wondering, is it going to be till further notice?
Honestly, they are doing a nice job. But I think the thing is taking too long for the construction. So if they can put more effort faster to make it faster, because the road is too tiny and at times it causes a lot of accidents and the place is too shocked up.
So as we see the construction can move but in slowly. It can move in slowly. Today work, not tomorrow no work, next tomorrow work. That's what they see. But we need to government help. We need to government let the government help us to do the road for us, because this road is better to this way because we stop our road, especially in the rain season time. So we are praying for God, may God help us. Government do this work for us.
Buari Area Council Secretary Peter Eli, who was on site along the Law School and Market Road, appealed to the residents to be patient as government is working round the clock to see to the timely completion of the road.
We have made all necessary arrangements, and as you can see now, we've resumed on site, and I'm assuring you, in 2 weeks' time, when you come to this road, you will see a clear difference from what we are seeing today. They should calm down, they should pray for the administration, they should believe in the administration. By the grace of God, Honorable John S. Gabaya will definitely deliver the dividends of democracy to the people of Buari Area Council.
It is hoped that after the completion of the road, residents of Buari and motorists plying the Nigerian Law School Road will now have a sigh of relief. Hawagimba, NTA News.
On sports news, the Nigerian Professional Football League continues with Rivers United losing 1-0 to Kano Pillars as the English Premier League also experienced a busy week. Details of this and more with Rukaya Abbas Hassan on Sports Brief.
Kano Pillars' 1-0 win inflicted a second defeat of the season to Rivers United and halting their aspirations to reclaim top spot after 6 matches of the 2020 and 2021 season of the Nigerian Professional Football League. Pillars struck early from a goal-mouth scramble when Wangwanyima took advantage of a mix-up between Theophilus Afelokai in Rivers United's goal and his defense to slot in the only goal of the day. All efforts by Rivers United to equalize were abortive despite their home side playing the last 40 minutes of the game with 10 men after Abbas Rabiu was given a red card. Also, Odion Igalo's time at Manchester United has come to a close. The Nigerian has fulfilled his lifelong dream by becoming the first man from his nation to play for the Red Devils. He has also proven many people wrong with his effectiveness as a last-minute loan signing. Igalo will now return to parent team Shanghai Shenhua, having found a place in the hearts of every United fan. In international news, Sheffield United Wednesday night denied Manchester United the opportunity to return to the top of the EPL table after a 2-1 home defeat of the Red Devils. Everton could not maintain their 1-goal lead as Leicester City forced them to a 1-1 draw. New Chelsea manager in his first game at the Stamford Bridge played a goalless draw with Wolves. Burnley beat Aston Villa 3-2 while Fulham and Brighton and Hove Albion settled for a goalless draw. With a heavy heart, team owner and former Minardi Formula 1 driver Adrian Campos passes away at the age of 60. Over the years, the ever-enthusiastic Campos played a role in furthering the careers of drivers including Fernando Alonso. With Sports Brief, Rukaya Abbas Hassan, NTA News.
The second wave of COVID-19 is here with us. Remember to observe the non-pharmaceutical protocols to guard against it. And that concludes the English version of the news this evening. I leave you with the translation. Do have a lovely weekend ahead.
Iwo abada isha ndaje zuma wonewa goba ngai shimpeje da municipal gwamnati bibi akinzina Abdullahi Adamu Kandido ajiwe no abajin apmache inyele no gwamnati bibi no abajin atinche woku ba wu bokun nagmen bokun bi no ba gwamnati bi yekoyin tesi omeri nwa le sheba wo be na bedai wa gange ajiwe no aye ajin apmache inyele ba lo abili onwa awo ntokun tu shinimo mo je tan ba nba du ntna ya do nkwa di ayin chimpe da wo gange ntna nkwa di ayin abo nba bo go ba jin dnanu municipal bibiye nkoyin ohwi yansan kotobe yun ama ba we tilo nge nyele koyin baba jin abe hobanu na bai gwamnati biye koyin kwalo no abiyei wo gange no ajwe bayin abadnabwa nba ata na che shilo ntna yan agba aza nba no pe nu zokoluko baiwu shi amato ba zanzan wu pe nzoko igna ba pe lo no apabu igbe nge VIO yin ba gange ba nu azopu lawulo tunu amato daibo ba nu labale ba ku ayanhwi amato ndiwi ba jin amato ba yi miayin Marian George Jitubo wona de sheba wo be na bedai wa gange osa wo be jin we ta aza ngabi sepayan na yiwo wa data aliu bon diga wa gange wa ku abe aje uwo mbani giba jelo mbwe no amate nai we gange ntna nkwa dian ablabe mbegbeti no amate nai ba hwi na bage to amato be jemia chichun tugana ye ataku alubasa baje anyabi jesun gbaza mbedai wa chige she abu la mwasadna ngbe abu hoba na bazo awu totoyi sepa mbanu ka amato la hwi anyawe okozansan tunu nzokolukoyin igan ko pele na apabu igbege Federal Road Safety ba gange amato nku gangan bai mia chichi pe nzo koluko aza bai hwi ntuko tunu subu kasabo mate no atadnalo pecheyin tichenu ba ngage ba mbache dna mona dnalo ba ga amate dnai awe kan ya ntuko tu ndebo na ba to kwa jegodia ko ejin chichun asebete no Williams wa ngage sepa gan biyan na yo wo bi gora wa ngage wo ba ga aza awe kan ya te ejin subun te azanzan nsukoyin to ajin aje anya ku hwi mate nduyun tigana ye aku awuse kakate saba nze ya che abwa awuyeyi abo babwa wole lainu saisu
barkanmu da warhaka da fatan wani cikin lafiya a takaice ga farko daga cikin labarai da karantawa dan uwanku Yusuf ya shugaban karamar hukumar Ama Abdullahi Adamu Kandido wakiliyarmu Tessie Mary ta rawaito mana cewa da aka yi lakabi da kasafin farfado na samun kuma da tattalin arziki a sanadiyar an samu karin naira biliyan 10.94 a kan na bara. Hukumar da ke kula da lafiyar ababen hawa ta Abuja ta ce dokar hana lodin kayan da ya wuce kima motocin da motoci da basu cika ka'idojin bin hanya ba na nan daram domin rage faruwar haɗuran akan hanya da tabbatar da cewa sun bi dokoki da ka'idoji don amfani da hanawa. Wakilarmu Maryam George Tubo ta shaida mana cewa shugaban hukumar ta Abuja Wadata Aliyu Bodinga ya yi ƙarin haske cewa hukumar tun shekarar da ta wuce ta kawo wasu dokoki ga masu ababen hawa na gida da na haya don tabbatar da cewa motocin da ke bin tituna sun cika ka'idojin da aka kawo musu tare da matakan daƙile yaduwar cutar corona, inda ya ƙara da shawartar mazauna birnin da su tabbatar da cewa ababen hawansu sun cika ka'idojin bin titunan Abuja har ya zuwa wannan lokaci domin gudun fuskantar hukunci. Hukumar kare haɗuran hanya ta Abuja ta samu adadi mai yawa na rasuwar mutane a sanadiyar gudun kecereni da tuƙin ganganci, wanda ta ƙudiri niyyar magance ci gaba da faruwar haka ta hanyar yawon yada manufa da wayar da kan al'umma. Wakiliyar mu Asabe Tanimu Williams ta yi hira da shugaban hukumar na Abuja Obin Gora inda ya zayyana mata cewa za su ci gaba da faɗakar da mutane dangane da gudun tsere sa'a, lodin kaya fiye da kima da tuƙin ganganci. To ƙarshen labaran namu ne kenan, mu kwana lafiya.
Orokwa n'ọzọ n'oge akụkọ ụwa ọkọ na nke abalị a bụ Chisom Sọnị Nwokafọ ka wetara na akụkọ ndị a n'uju. Onye isi ochie ọchịchị ime obodo Ama Abdullahi Adamu Kandido enyefeela atụmatụ ego maka afọ 2021 bụ nke bụ ọnụego ego dị ijeri naira 18.7 n'aka ndị omeiwu nke ọchịchị ime obodo Ama. Onye ọrụ anyị Tessie Mary webatara anya akụkọ na atụmatụ ego nke afọ a bụ nke akpọrọ atụmatụ ego nke mgbake na nsogbu ka a chọpụtara na o jiri pasentị 10.94 karịa nke afọ gara aga, ebe onye isi ochie a kwuru na a ga-eji atụmatụ ego a mee ihe ngwa ngwa ma banye n'ọrụ ndị a haziri ya maka ha. Ndị ọrụ obodo a na-ahụ maka nkwụsị nke ụzọ kpachi na nnyocha ụgbọala kpọrọ VIO ekwuola na ụlọ ọrụ ha ga-aga n'ihu ịta ndị dara iwu nke ibunye ụgbọala ọnụọgụ ihe ọ na-ekwesịghị ibu, nakwa ịhụ na ụgbọala nọ n'ọnọdụ ya n'ụzọ dị mma iji gbaa n'ụzọ ma bụ iji gbochie ihe mberede nke okporo ụzọ. Mariam George Jutubo batara anya akọ na n'oge ọ na-ajụ onye isi ụlọ ọrụ abụ Wadata Aliyu Bodingo ajụjụ ọnụ, o kwuru na ha banyere n'ọrụ nke inye akara ụgbọala pụrụ iche bụ nke pụrụ ime ka enwee ihe ndekọ maka ụgbọala ọbụla ma dụọ ndị bi n'obodo ọdụ bụ ndị nwere ụgbọala ka ha wetazuo akwụkwọ ike ndị dị mkpa iji kwọọ ụgbọala na obodo a. Ndị ụlọ ọrụ ala anyị na-ahụ maka ime njem dị mfe n'okporo ụzọ akpọrọ FRSC ekwuola na ha enyonye n'anya n'ihe kpatara oke ihe mberede okporo ụzọ dịka ịgba oke ọsọ nke ụgbọala nakwa ịkwụ ụgbọala n'ụzọ na-ezighị ezi bụ nke ndị ụlọ ọrụ ha banyere n'ọrụ ka ọ dị ugbu a ime nkụzi iji belata ihe ọghọm a. Asabetalemi Williams, onye ọrụ anyị, sonyere onye isi nke ụlọ ọrụ a ngalaba nke obodo a Wobingora na mkparịta ụka ma kwuo na o kwuru na ọ dịghị ụlọ ọrụ ya n'aka ime mmachi nke njem abalị na ọ dị mkpa ka ndị mmadụ gbara ime njem abalị ọsọ iji mee ka ụzọ anyị ha dịrị ọcha ma pụọ n'ihe mberede okporo ụzọ. Obi dị m ụtọ na ịṅara ntị na nke abalị a, ya dịkwara gị na mma. Ndewo.
Ẹkú kalẹ̀ o, ẹ̀sìnkú dédé wòyí, ìròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì Kánò ti ìlú Àbújá ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ̀nyín látẹnu Mobọ́lájí Mátì. Alága ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Ahmad Abdullahi Adamu Kandido ti ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ ètò ẹ̀súná owó ti ọdún yìí sí iwájú ilé-ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ ọ̀hún. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Tẹ́sí Omeri ròyìn wípé bí alága Kandido ṣe ń gbé ètò ọ̀hún kalẹ̀, ó mẹ́nuba àwọn ìfàsẹ́yìn tí àjàkálẹ̀ àrùn dá sílẹ̀, èyí tí yóò mú ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ ọ̀hún ṣe ohun gbogbo dájú láti lè dí àwọn àlàfo ọ̀hún, pàápàá ìdàgbàsókè àwọn ìgbèríko. Owó ọ̀hún tó lé díẹ̀ ní bílíọ̀nù 10 náírà. Ó fọ́ bí wọn yóò ti lò ó sí wẹ́wẹ́ bí ó ti ń dúpẹ́ fún àtìlẹ́yìn tó mú ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ ọ̀hún san àwọn gbèsè tó ń bẹ ńlẹ̀. Àjọ tó ń ṣe àbẹ̀wò ọkọ̀ lójú pópó tí ìnagijẹ rẹ̀ ń jẹ́ VIO lédè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì sọ wípé òun sì dúró gidigba lórí àwọn awakọ̀ tó ń dẹ́rù pa ọkọ̀ àti àwọn tí ọkọ̀ wọn kò dúró déédéé láti rìn lójú pópó, láti má fi àyè gba jàǹbá ọkọ̀ lójú pópó àti láti rí i wípé àwọn awakọ̀ tẹ̀lé àwọn òfin tí wọ́n fà kalẹ̀. Alákòjọpọ̀ rẹ̀ Mariam George Jutubo ní gbólóhùn pẹ̀lú olórí àjọ ọ̀hún Wadata Aliyu Bodinga lórí àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ohun mìíràn. Ó fi yé wa wípé ọ̀pọ̀ ètò ló wáyé láti rí i wípé gbogbo ọkọ̀ tó rìn l'Àbújá dúró déédéé pẹ̀lú àwọn ìwé ọkọ̀ tó pé kí àwọn awakọ̀ má ṣe jẹ̀bi ìjọba. Àjọ tó ń ṣe àmójútó ètò ààbò lójú pópó ti rí i wípé eré àsápajúdé àti ìwàkuwà ọkọ̀ ló ń fa ọ̀pọ̀ jàǹbá tó ń wáyé lójú ọ̀nà gbogbo, èyí tí ó mú ṣe ohun gbogbo dájú láti rí i wípé ó dẹ́kun rẹ̀. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Asabetalemi Williams ròyìn wípé apàṣẹwàá àjọ ọ̀hún Wobingora nínú ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ mẹ́nuba gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ tí àjọ ọ̀hún gbé láti rí i wípé ohun gbogbo dúró bí ó ti yẹ, èyí tí wọ́n gbé kalẹ̀ nípasẹ̀ ètò ìpolongo àti ìlanilọ́yẹ̀ fún àǹfààní gbogbogbò. Kì í dùn púpọ̀, ṣíún ní ọbẹ̀ oge. Títí ìwòyí ọ̀la, ojúmọ́ ire ni yóò mọ́ wa.